who's ever been drinking abroad will have noticed they do things rather differently over here. The bars are open a bit longer for a start. They like a bit of a head on their beer. It tends to be a bit stronger, and they drink more from bottles rather than draft or cans. But, most importantly of all, they drink a very great deal of this. And in Britain, we know it as this: Heineken Export. Awe-inspiring, isn't it? But it's even more awe-inspiring to think that almost everywhere you can see land, there's people. And almost everywhere there's people, they're drinking Heineken Export.
It's huge. It's the most popular imported beer in America.
Far more than any other beer.
这是全香港与中国的第一入口啤酒。
The fastest growing beer market in the world.
Viva Heineken, más de 90 cervecerías en todo el mundo.
It's the tops down under.
It's the coolest brew in the Caribbean.
Auf der ganzen Welt ist es die Nummer 1 unter den Lagern.
Taste Heineken.
Available in more countries, brewed in more countries, and enjoyed in more countries than any other beer. Heineken sells over 1.5 billion pints a year. That's enough bottles to go round the world 28 times. But remember, Heineken is a premium beer. Right around the world, it commands a premium position and a premium price, and yet it's still number one. When people tire of their local cheapo chugging lager and fancy something a bit special, then Heineken is what they go for. But why?
Get out, taste the world. Now it's your call. Get out, taste the world.
It's the taste. Heineken Export is the world's favourite lager simply because it tastes better than anything else. Good taste is the same the world over, it seems. But it has to come from somewhere. And in the case of Heineken, it's Amsterdam. Amsterdam, city of romance. Canals, cute architecture, flower markets, and lots of bars. And the home of what must be the most famous brewery in the world. This was the birthplace of Heineken, and now it's a mecca for beer lovers the world over. Every year, over 100,000 of them come here to learn about their favourite beer and the reasons why it tastes so good. And one of the most important things they learn is about the family traditions of Heineken, because it still is a family business. It was started in 1863 by Gerard Heineken. He built this brewery and created the unique taste of Heineken. Indeed, his Heineken A yeast, the foundation of that taste, is still grown exclusively in Holland and flown to every Heineken brewery from the north of England to the Far East. Gerard handed the company to his son Henry Heineken, who concentrated on perfecting the brewing process to give the finest beer possible. In turn, his son, Alfred Heineken, has built on Heineken's export success to make it the most famous and popular beer in the world. But brewing Heineken today is really all about maintaining excellent quality in ever-increasing quantity. And what quantity? This place is huge. And here they are, being filled, packaged and bottled, on their way to somewhere on the other side of the world, or maybe somewhere near you. But here in Britain, of course, we're a special case. We've always been a bit, unique when it comes to beer. From time immemorial, we've been downing our flat pints of warm ale while everyone else has been drinking their premium bottled lager and scratching their heads. British Heineken lager beer was specially produced to find a way into this mild and bitter culture, which it did. It practically created the UK's standard lager market single-handed, and it's still the most widely drunk lager in Britain. But the times, they are a-changing. Britain is becoming a more cosmopolitan nation and is moving towards the rest of the world in many ways. And premium lager, especially in bottles, is very much on the rise. So it's time for Heineken to build on its success and take advantage of this. And in Heineken Export, we have the perfect opportunity to do just that. After all, Heineken Export is the real original Heineken by another name. It's exactly the same drink as this, the world's favourite lager, the premium lager. The bottled beer is even brewed in Holland. It comes out of the same tap. It's got the same smooth taste that has captivated the world. So why hasn't it captivated Britain yet? Because they don't know about it. They don't know that it's the real original Heineken. They don't know about the superb smooth taste. They don't know that that taste has made it the most popular beer in the world. So we're going to tell them. No one's going to miss Heineken Export this year. We're talking about dramatically increased marketing spend and energy, sponsorship, advertising, the lot. It's all going to be Heineken Export. Heineken Export, punching the message home. This time, the gloves are off. Heineken Export's time has come. This is going to be big. So what do you do if you want to reach beer drinkers? Well, beer drinkers have been known to watch a bit of sport now and then. So you could do worse than to be the exclusive worldwide beer sponsor of the biggest male interest sporting event of the year. But you could do even better. You could also sponsor all the TV coverage as well. After all, it's only going to be watched by over 80% of all the men in the country. Yup, it's the Rugby World Cup. There's going to be over 60 hours of coverage, all on ITV, all presented by Heineken Export. Every time they go to the ads, every time they come back, it's Heineken Export, Heineken Export. The impact will be phenomenal. Last time, 82% of all UK adult men watched it. The last cup final was watched by more ABC One men than any other UK TV programme in history. And then, rugby was only the fourth most popular sport on telly. Now, it's the second. They're going to see the Heineken Export message at least 22 times. That's the same as the heaviest beer advertising campaign of last year, but we're going to do it all in just 1 month. Now that's impact. And what is the message? That Heineken Export is the worldwide beer sponsor because it's the beer the world drinks. It's as simple as that. How many times do I have to say it? 22 times? Remember, of course, that being the sponsors allows us to feature the Rugby World Cup all over our packaging and point of sale, to run linked promotions and all that sort of thing. Great for building sales and awareness, but still only a warm-up for the next stage, the advertising. The Rugby World Cup starts on the 25th of May and quite literally kicks off the Heineken Export drive. Once it's up and underway, the advertising picks up the ball and runs with it. This is going to be real heavyweight advertising, as big as any beer campaign of recent years. And that's just TV. There's going to be cinema, press, the lot, all reinforcing the message about Heineken Export's worldwide popularity, and most of all, the reason for it. Could a beer really have got to be the most popular and prestigious in the world if it didn't taste great? That's the message everyone's going to hear. Heineken is the #1 beer brand associated with live music. Heineken's Travelling Music Festival has been bringing quality music to young beer drinkers for some time now. But this year, it's going to go one better. Instead of touring around the regions, we're going to create a rock festival of serious national proportions. In the height of the balmy English summer, it's going to be the premier event in the north of England. And these are some of the bands that have rocked the festival in the past. There's 3 times as much being spent on this one, so it should end up with a pretty good lineup. But there's more. Heineken Export is sponsoring a new TV show currently being sold to broadcasters, Hotel Babylon, a bit like The Word, only with more music and less mouth. It's got style, it's got attitude, it's got the delectable Danny Bear.
You'll see supermodels rubbing shoulders with superstars and glamour mixed up with grunge.
It's got everything the young lager drinker of today wants, and it's unique to Heineken Export. So there you have it, the Rugby World Cup, ads everywhere, the Heineken Music Festival and Hotel Babylon. Pretty soon, Heineken Export will be filling the hearts, minds and glasses of the nation, and no one will be in any doubt why Heineken Export is the world's favourite lager. Because of the taste, because it's the best. People are going to see the Heineken name itself in a new light as the great tasting premium brand that the rest of the world sees, symbolising, if you will, the bringing together of the British drinker with his counterparts from around the globe.
Get out, taste the world.
The great British drinker is about to be awakened to the wonderful smooth taste of the original Heineken by telling them the real facts about Heineken Export. By proclaiming it across the land, we are enrolling them into a vast club of satisfied drinkers from every continent, happy to pay a premium price for a great tasting beer, spreading deep joy and high margins as far as the eye can see. Ladies and gentlemen, the toast is Heineken Export. I thank you.